a major what you call this things. Let me show you some of the things here. Why it is so, the igneous rocks are so hard. That is the reason we call it as is because of it's the first formed igneous rocks, and also the rich of silica percentage. Let me show you that to recap those things. Okay. Okay. Right. So could you identify? Can you see the screen now, Adarsha? Can you see the screen now?
Sir?
Can you see the screen now? It's visible?
Sir? Yeah, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. So could you please identify anyone? Could you please identify the which one is the the igneous rocks? Which one is the sedimentary? Which one is the metamorphic rocks? It is just a small quiz. We can conduct it now. Tell me which one is igneous, which one is the sedimentary, which one is the metamorphic rocks. Quick, you can easily do it. Last week, last class only you have seen these rocks, right? Okay, you can tell me any rock type here. You can name the rock name, any of these. Hello, Adarsh, Chiranjeevi.
Sir.
Yes. Any rock name you can Divasri.
Second row is igneous rocks. Second column.
This one, huh?
Yes, sir. Igneous rocks.
And this here to here is completely igneous rocks. These are all igneous rocks. Okay, these are all volcanic rocks. Inside again we are classified now in the classification of igneous rocks. These are all volcanic rocks. These are all the what is this? Huh? No, don't come here. Yeah, this one is hyperbasal and plutonic rocks. Plutonic rocks.
The third column is metamorphic.
This is what you call this volcanic rocks, right?
Yes, sir.
So could you please identify anyone here? Which one is any rock name you can identify that here? I told you that. So let me change the screen now, so that yeah. Actually, wait a moment. Let me show you the best the specimen so that you can easily identify what is that what. It's going out. Rocks, yeah. Yes, yeah. This is the specific typical one. You can easily identify this. Could you please identify this? What is a rock?
This igneous rock.
Correct. I agree. But name of the rock. Name, specific name is there.
Basalt.
Correct. Why you are getting in a doubt still? It's a basalt. Of course, it's a basalt. In that there will be amygdalar basalts. AMYDALUR, amygdalar basalts. Because of this amygdalar textures, you can say this is amygdalar basalts. It's 100%. So now, could you identify this rock? It's a calcareous limestone.
Limestone.
Calcium rich. What would be this?
Granite.
Yes, it's a granite, but it is called you call it as gneiss, GNEIS metamorphic. How about this?
Marble.
No. It's which contains the highly valuable minerals. It hosting the very valuable minerals. Those minerals are very rare occurrence in the world. I mean, in the earth crust, and it's very limited place. And those minerals
Niobium.
are, yes, those minerals are we use it.
Niobium.
Yeah, tantalum and niobium. Correct. You are exactly right. And what would be the rock here? This one. This is a pegmatite. Pegmatite rock. Okay, this black color, you can see this. These are all tantalum and niobium. Okay, this black, and that also would be in a tin also, because tin and tantalum niobium, these are all in the same source of the mineralization. Okay, so it's together some extent. These three minerals are together. Tantalum niobium is together always, but tin is little bit separate. But the source of the the liquid or a fluids coming in the source, that will be the same. Okay, this is called a pegmatite. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that we destroyed. Okay. Okay. And yeah, this video. Yeah, anybody could identify this?
Mica.
No, mica is so typical here. Very thin. Okay, very thin, and you can easily. This is a sandstone. Sandstone. Okay, here you can see this. Yeah, what I showed here. This is sandstone. It's a red sandstone, gray sandstone, breccia, and this will be the limestone, the calcareous limestones. Okay, calcium rich one. Okay, and you're not seeing the mica, right? Okay. Yeah. How about this? Just now you said that. What about this one? So we use this rock for
In the construction, in coastal
laterite.
side.
Laterite.
Instead
Yeah,
of bricks,
it's in
they
coastal. Yeah, laterite bricks. I would say it's a laterite bricks, rich of iron and alumina here. Rich of iron and alumina. To some extent, if it is rich, more than 50%, whatever the things, and we use it for extraction of aluminum. Okay.
rich in cast iron.
Yes, correct. And here some more groups are here. These are all the metamorphic rocks. This is called your gneiss, GNEISS, gneiss. This is derived from the igneous rocks. Where is igneous rocks? Here. You look at this. This is a igneous rock. I mean, this is a gray granite, black and white granite, and which has derived and got metamorphosed. And here you can look at this textures and everything is changed here. This is called a gneiss, GNEISS, gneiss. And here it is the marble. This is a marble, okay. And here it is a shale, and here it's a quartzite, and here it is the called it's a schist, micaceous schist, rich of mica, and also it's a schist. That's why we call it as a micaceous schist. Okay, so these are all the the rocks of the igneous rocks, sediment rocks, and metamorphic rocks that we discussed there, and how we are going to identify through the physical properties. And some rocks which are so typical and easily you can identify by looking the hand specimens right? And now, how the questions are rising? I mean, in the how these questions are rising. Yes, paper, and I'm going to show you the recent one. Here, here. See, discuss the scope of geology in the field of civil engineering. Do you agree with this? In the field of civil engineering. Okay. So, what is the important engineering geology in the field of civil engineering practice? First, as we discuss, okay, that in composition of the need sketch. Right. Of science engineering, all these points, mapping, exploration, earthquake, right? All these things we need to understand. And then next question, what is that? Yeah, here is the explain the internal structures and composition of the need sketch. Here is the understanding the internal structures of the earth, right? So atmosphere, lithosphere, and the crustal part. Start from here. Here is the things. You need to write down this diagram and you start with the crustal part. What is there in the crustal part? It's the outermost shell, 30 to 40 kilometer thickness and 46 kilometer in the ocean and remaining in the land. And the composition, it will be here. Here, look at this composition, right? And the silica is the most dominant component in the crustal part. Okay, and almost its value 50% by the oceanic crust, right? And remaining will be the iron, lime, and also the sodium, magnesium, potassium, titanium. So all this composition you can get it from the crustal part. So when it comes to the mantle part, there will be a homogeneous almost. That's called what you call iron and nickel. Okay, and it's a dunite. It's called highly plastic nature. It is here. Okay, the core is also, sorry, the iron and nickel from the central core, and here is that's a what you call this it's ultra basic rocks, the extremely basic and ultra basic rocks. So 2,900 kilometer from the crustal part. They're very rich of iron and magnesium here, but poor in silica in the central part of the earth crust. Okay, that's in the mantle. Okay, core. And this three layers you need to explain with the along with the what you call this diagram. That's what means that. See, this is for 6 marks, this is for 8 marks. And write the description of any two carbonic group of minerals. What are the carbonate group of minerals? Could you tell anyone? Carbonate group of minerals. Why I am showing this paper? Because how the questions are rising there. So you can easily set up your mind. Yes, they may not ask the directly. So like dolomite, or it may be the limestones directly. They will ask like this. Write the description of any two carbonate group of minerals. What are the carbonate group of minerals? Huh? Carbonate group of minerals. You studied, right? Carbonate group of minerals. Feldspar group, orthoclase. Yes. Mica group, garnet. We have the amphiboole, kaolin, carbonate group here. Calcite, dolomite, and magnesite. So if you can calcite, dolomite, or magnesite, or maybe calcite and magnesite, or maybe a dolomite and magnesite, you can explain with the physical properties. That's what this is. Description of any two. write the description of any two carbonate group of minerals, means how it's a form, color, how it looks this, what is the streak, luster, hardness, specific gravity, whether it's diluted with HCl, chemical composition, right? For description, you can write like, theory part. Like if they ask, explain the physical properties of mineral hardness, luster, and fracture, what you are going to write there? So you need to write down the mineral hardness. So hardness in the sense that we discuss, that's called your, you got it now? Any two carbonate group of minerals. Either you can write calcite, dolomite, or you can write dolomite and magnesite, or maybe calcite and magnesite. So you write down the description. You write a story about this. This is, the form of crystalline, massive, and you write first calcite. These are the description. This is how it looks. Okay. Instead of writing the column, if they ask specifically, write down the physical properties of calcite and dolomite. You write column wise. Okay. They are asking the description. You write down the description. Right. Yeah. Here is they are asking such a way that write down the description of the minerals. You can write like this. That would be the better to evaluate as well as your the things. Right. So hardness. And on the hardness of this, we have the Mohs scale of hardness here. Right. What is the hardness? Hardness is the mineral of resistance. It offers to abrasion, which is determined by the observing the compressive, easy or difficult to scratching with a nail or with a pen. Okay, right. This is a Mohs scale of hardness. Lowest hardness is the talc, and highest hardness is the diamond. Okay, and in between there are many minerals. So this is we need to, hardness and luster, structures, fracture. Here is a luster. There's a different types of lusters. Where is the luster here? Yeah. See, shining or brilliance or reflection of light from the surface of the minerals. So there are minerals varies with the different minerals with the different lusters. So there will be metallic luster, non-metallic lusters. Okay, vitreous luster. Okay, like that. So this you can write down. Next part is that structures and fractures. You have the fracture here. Yeah, here you can see. Fracture is nothing but a nature of broken surface of the mineral. How it is breaking. So break is of the mineral in direction with the other than the cleavages. Okay. So here are the types of fracture. In caudal fracture, it's just like curves, and uneven fractures, it's breaking with the uneven the ground. So even fracture, it's a properly breaking, right? This is how you need to write down with the figures, and this description you have to write. And structures. That's a form. The first one. Here you can look at this habit or structures. Here is columnar, how it looks like a bladed or a granulars or a scalars or a reinformed or a foliated or a tabular, like that. These you need to write, explain them. See, this is all about for the 12 marks. 4, and 4. That's all. How you are going to elaborate, that's it. So write down the description of the mineral. Asbestos we discussed, galena we discussed there, hematite we discussed, gypsum also we discussed. You got it? Any doubts on this? So how you are going to write the exam, how the questions are rising there, what you need to write, right? Bharat Singh, Chiranjeevi, Darshini, Divyasri, is it clear? Is it clear? How the questions are rising, how we need to answer? So
Yes.
for each questions, how much you need to put the answers. Okay, and the marks is also visible there properly, so that you can easily understand things. Right. The next question is asbestos. Write the description of the minerals, or they may ask sometimes write down the physical properties of galena. They can ask like that also, or write down the physical properties of hematite or gypsum. or you can they can ask like this, write the description of the minerals. So what you are going to write the description? Description in the sense, it's a properties of minerals. Here you can see the physical properties of asbestos, physical properties of galena, physical properties of hematite or gypsum. So all you need to do. So you have all the minerals are here. No need to go here and there. Quartz group of minerals, you have the description of minerals are there. Varieties of quartz, right? Mica, yeah, here it is the mica system. Okay, and garnet, yeah. Hornblende, asbestos here. Here is the asbestos. Properties of asbestos. This first column you write down, and the next column is the how it looks: fibrous, white, colorless, present, and occurrence and uses so important. You need to write down that. Without that, it's they may detect the marks. So you need to write down the all properties, and then. Yes, that's the properties. And galena, you have there sulfide group of minerals. Galena, pyrite, and chalcopyrite. These are all sulfide group of minerals. Sulfide in the sense you can understand this: PBS, lead sulfide, iron, copper, iron sulfides. So this is a galena one. What we have the things. This is a one, and pyrite here, chalcopyrite here. All those things properties. And hematite also there. Here is the hematite. From the different groups, just they will pick the each mineral, and they will ask the description of the minerals, or write down the physical properties of minerals. That also they can ask. The way they are asking the question, it may be different, but answer will be the same there. Okay, so magnetite, bauxite, and corundum. Okay, and here, yes. Now, when it comes to the igneous rocks, just now we discussed that. Igneous rocks. How define the igneous rocks and explain the formation and the forms of igneous rocks. What you are going to write there? So, yeah, is there in the igneous rocks? That would be in the second model, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what they're asking here, yeah, define igneous rocks. Go to the directly igneous rocks. What is igneous rocks? Define there. Igneous rocks are formed by cooling and solidification of magma or lava, and they are first formed rock at very high temperature and at a very great depth. Okay, and these are formed upon the Earth's surface, as known as extrusives. Those who are forming above the Earth, that's the extrusives. Those rocks formed under the Earth, that is called the intrusive rocks. Okay, right. And what they are asking here, you need to write down this and yeah, explain formation and forms of igneous rock. What are the different forms of igneous rocks? Plutonic, classifications, hypobasal, and volcanic rocks. These rocks you can write down this, right? And now, next is write a short note on metamorphism. So in the last class we discussed about there are different types of the metamorphism. So metamorphic rocks. When you go to the metamorphic rocks, see here, write down the metamorphism. So we start from here. What is a metamorphic rocks? How it is forming? The process you can write. What are the factors of metamorphisms? Temperature, pressure, fluids are the main agents which are responsible for the metamorphism. Right. And those things you need to explain here. What is the main role, especially in the metamorphism? Temperature main role, pressure main role. What is the main role for the fluids? Okay, and kinds of metamorphisms. So dynamic, thermodynamic, thermal, dynamo-thermal metamorphism. 3 types are there. Okay, so those things you need to explain there how it is. That's what they are asking here. And in the short note on metamorphism, explain briefly soil profile and drainage pattern, which we are going to discuss now. So far we finish igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and also the metamorphic rocks. So So in the metamorphic rocks, how the different types of metamorphisms will happen, what are the key factors, how they are influencing during the metamorphism, okay, how the igneous rocks are formed, how the the forming, what are the classification of igneous or forms of igneous rocks, those things. And now we are going to discuss the briefly of the soil profile and also the drainage patterns. Okay, is it clear? So here, what we are discussing in the so far, yeah, the rocks and minerals. The concept is clear. Arshita, Hitesh Gowda.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Manish, have any doubts on this?
No, sir.
Yeah, is this okay? Varsha, Vishrut Gowda.
Present, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So let's go to the the next that's called drainage patterns. Okay, there's a drainage pattern here. That's all in the next. Yeah. What's the noise there? Yeah. Manish, mute the mic. Turn off your microphone. Manish. Maybe he's forgot.
Sir.
You mute the microphone. Right. That's great. Yeah. So drainage patterns or watershed management. There are different types of the watersheds, micro watershed, major watershed, and that we call it as an drainage patterns. What do you mean by watershed? So watershed is nothing but it's measures including the developing and conserving of the vegetative and soil covers, and also in under case the structural works like check dams, the detention basins, diversion basins, okay, and it is actually the watershed management of upper catchment and land treatment and through the afforestations, grasslands, okay. So these are the theories and drainage patterns. Let's go back to let me show you some of the drainage patterns. Okay. Remember. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen now? Let me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if I take this is a one, we call it as a basin. We call it as a basin or watershed map. This is one. I mean, I would say is this. Okay. So here you can see the the different types of drainage patterns. So drainage is nothing but the streams or major streams, minor streams, or maybe there's a first order, second order streams, something like this. So here the first order streams. Can you, anyone can identify the where is the origin of the river? Which side is flowing? Which side is flowing? This stretch. I would say this stretch. Which side is the flowing river here? Anyone can identify this? Maybe you have seen in the ground itself also in the Google Earth map. Which side is the flowing? Say for this is a north. Okay. Okay. This is a east, west, north,
South.
and no. How it is possible? North, south.
North to south.
One direction must be there. Either it's maybe eastern side, or it may be western side, or it may be a northern side, or you can call it as a northeastern side. It is again you can take it as whole circle bearing or quadrangle like this here. So northern side you can say, or you can say eastern side, or you can say west, or you can say south. If it is not exactly in the east, west, or north, south, somewhere else, it may be in between north and east. So you can call it as a northeast.
South, sir.
What about others? Do you agree with this?
North, sir.
It's flowing this side. Someone say
Towards up,
towards
sir.
up. Okay. Northern side. That's correct. Northern side. You say that. Okay. What about others? Is it flowing towards northern side? Even if it is a wrong answer, also not a problem. Just to attempt it. Is it? Nitish? Mohan? Yes. Which side is flowing? That's okay. It's here. Okay. Okay. See here, I would say it is. Here is the first order streams in top of the hill. Okay, these are the first order streams which are originating from the top of the hill. Okay, this is the red zones. So whatever the water is coming, the rainfall is happening here and surrounding, it is coming like this and joining here. So we call it as this is a first order, this is a first order. The small stream top of the hill. So joining together second order. Okay, and again here is also that first order coming second order. Okay, and here also first second order and second order joins together becoming the third order, and here also there will be a, I think first second, yeah, here is also second joins together and become a third order, right? So like this, third plus third, I mean third order joins together becoming the fourth order. I mean the water accumulation of the water will become more there at particular place at fourth order, fifth order, sixth order, like this. So here someone say that it's flowing towards northern side. No, it is flowing towards southern side, south. Look at this here, right? See, here is the origin of the river. Not only this, here is the origin, here small. But overall, if you take it, and this will flowing towards southern side. Look at this. Look at this. It's going and joining the main streams are here. Okay, and at some places again it will coming like this, and here also. See here. This is the origin of the rivers, and this is we call it as a drainage pattern. And here we can drainage pattern. This is what we call it as a major watershed, big watershed. So in that you can divide it into sub. So mini watershed, the small watershed. Okay, It is this is based on your contours. Huh? Contours plays a major role in drainage patterns, developing the drainage patterns. Contours is nothing but your elevations, right? So here is the highest elevations, and here is the lower elevations. Where there is a the main streams or higher order streams are there. That is called a lowland areas. Lower elevation. This is a lower elevation part. Where there is a first order streams are there, that is called your higher elevation. That means elevation is high here and elevation is low here. That's why the river is flowing towards southern side. Okay, right. The water will not north is not a higher side. I'm not saying that like a north direction it's not higher side. Maybe a lower side also geographically. I mean, especially in the landscape wise and the topography wise. So here, this is drainage pattern. This we can take it as a small stream. I mean, this is a micro watershed, small watershed. Okay, we can put then a small check dam here, so that or you can put a small check dam here, so that whatever the water comes and you can accumulate at this particular place. Okay, that's a micro watershed, and here also you can keep it small. That we call it a micro watershed, major watershed, like this. Here is also, look at this. See, all together. Here you can see this, another water. This water will not come here. This water will not come here. So this is how the elevation will be little bit high here than these two places. Okay, that's why I told you that the contours, the elevations plays a major role, very important role, especially in the developing of drainage patterns. Okay, so this is the concept of drainage patterns, and this type of drainage patterns you can see in the Western Ghats, especially Western Ghats, where there is a thick forest, where there is a landscape, where there is a very good the topography, hill and valleys. Okay, those areas you can see the very clear cut. Okay, and this is especially I think it's from the Bangalore area. Yeah, it is a Bangalore. We call it as a Rishwavati Valley. Have you seen the Rishwavati Valley? Anyone? Rishwavati, a river in Bangalore city. There is a one river called Rishwavati. Huh? Anybody from Kengeri side? Kengeri? Mysore Road. Right. These you may not be these streams may not be visible. So these streams may not be visible because it's already occupied with the hills and all. Everything is occupied with the what you call this urban development. So this may not be visible. The main streams only visible. That too they have constructed some houses, something else, and that when there is a heavy rain, that time it will come to know that yeah, this is a lowland area and this is a highland areas. That's how we can classify it, or you can identify this. Right? Is it clear? Concept is clear, Rohit? Shrestha? The concept is clear. Drainage pattern concept, right? And this will come to your this topic. It will come to your water resource management, right? When you are going to construct a dam, you need to analyze all the drainage patterns. How much water is going to accumulate particular place where you are going to design and execution of the dam areas. So this is the drainage patterns. That's very, very important for you guys. So what is that? Okay, Adarsha. Adikesha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Adarsha here, Adikesha, right? Adikesha. Bharat Singh.
Yes, sir. Adikesha present, sir.
Yeah. Chiranjeevi.
Present, sir.
Okay, Darshini.
Yes, sir.
Dasharath.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Deepthi,
Present, sir.
Dhananjay Kumar, Dhananjay,
Yes, sir.
Divyasri,
Present, sir.
Gopi Reddy, Gopi Reddy. It's not there. And Buddha Sai Kumar. It's not there. Okay. And Harini, Harshavardhan, Harshita, Harini, Harshavardhan, Harshavardhan, and Harshita.
Present, sir. Sir,
Okay.
present, sir.
Oh, yeah. Hitesh Gowda.
Present, sir.
Okay. Kushan.